Prospects podcast powered by Blue Chips Global. I'm your host, Cody Thomas, and this afternoon, evening, I have Pearl River Community College JUCO transfer Laz Mason II. What's going on, Laz?
What's going on? What's going on? I'm doing good.
Not much. I'm just going to give him a little bit of background before we get into this. Laz is, like I said, a JUCO transfer. He played at Pearl River Community College. He's a 6'2" combo guard. Played at Putnam Science Academy. He's the champion at 7A champion out of Grayson High School. Man, and the biggest thing is you got a 3.7 GPA, which is awesome. So, like I said, this is Pure Prospects podcast powered by Blue Chips Global. I'm your host, Cody Thomas, and Laz is one of the top available guards still available and looking for a new home. He brings championship experience. That pedigree, defensive toughness, leadership. He's got a high game IQ, and biggest thing, he's a team first guy. Likes to facilitate, get his teammates involved. Like he's competed at some nice places. Putnam Science, that's probably one of the top academies, preps. Over on the East Coast. You helped. Over there at in high school, a 7A state championship. We're going to talk a little bit about that. You shot the ball well, but most impressive thing I see is the 3.1 assist to turnover ratio. So you're protecting the ball and getting people involved. So last, let's just start at the beginning, man. Tell us a little bit about your basketball journey from Grayson High School there in Georgia to Putnam Science Academy and to where you are now at Pearl River Community College.
Gotcha. So I started out Grace High School as a freshman. Been there all my high school career. Started out JV my freshman year. Then got moved up to varsity. We were competing for championships like every single year. So like it wasn't nothing new. But like my senior year, we finally caught that one that we like needed to get. And then so like after high school, I had a few JUCO offers, but like it wasn't really what I had in mind. So I went to Putnam. One of the coaches over there had texted me, and yeah, they said they wanted to bring me over there. So yeah, Putnam got there. Things were starting out slow, but I picked it up during like towards the middle of the season. Started having breakout games like 40, 50 point games, 30 point games. Averaged like 23 points over there. So it ended up being a good year. Um, then after that, in summer, Pearl River had texted me and they said they wanted me to come. They wanted me to come over there because they needed a guy to make shots and needed a defender. They just needed another out of state guard that could come in and like contribute. So yeah, and here I am now.
So, what has this journey like taught you about perseverance, development, and just winning overall?
So definitely the most important thing at all times is winning and like going through adversity, especially at Pearl River, like it's taught me to always like stay down, like just keep my head down, like keep the grind going. Don't ever let like the bad times like mess up my mental and just like stay mentally focused, stay mentally locked in. Yeah.
So, like I said, you were part of that championship team over at Grayson 7A. I think it's the highest class in Georgia, right?
Yes.
So, what did like being on that state championship team? What that teach you about culture, like the
Uh
team culture?
it definitely taught me like it's definitely a family like when you get to a certain point of winning, like you have to be family oriented, like on and off the floor. You have to have that team chemistry, you have to have that bond because like you're with your team like all day, like every day, like you gotta like y'all have to have that bond like to win, especially off the court because it'll contribute to on the court success.
Yeah, I think building that bond, it brings in the trust factor. Being able to trust your guys on the court and having being together and just spending that time together and build those relationships. So that's awesome. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how not every player gets to win it or understands winning on the championship, doesn't have that experience. So being on in that winning program, how has that like changed your approach or shape you as a player and your approach to the game, today?
Going forward, it's definitely drawn me to programs that win. Like I'm not really with losing, like losing attitudes, like not about the pouting. Like I'm just drawn into winning habits. Yeah, it's definitely what this taught me.
So when college coaches recruit guys, they want guys, who understand how to sacrifice and play team basketball. How important is it for you to put the team first?
That's the most important thing. Like over my own success. Like even during the season at Pearl, I wasn't having like the best time. Like when we were winning games, hey, it didn't matter. It didn't matter as long as we were winning. That's all that mattered.
So one thing about being consistent comes up talking about your game is on the defensive side and your intensity. Where does your mentality on the defensive side? Where does that come from?
I've always been like a defensive minded player. Like even when I was younger, I've always been picking up full court. Always been challenged to guard the other team's best player. So it just started from a young age.
So you just have that competitiveness and that drive, and everybody wants to score the rock, and not everybody wants to have that assignment to defend the best player on the other team. So why do you embrace a challenge like that?
I don't like being I don't like being beat or looking a fool of or getting embarrassed in any type of way. So if they have a guy that's like beating us like really bad, like I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna say, "Hey, I got him," or "Yeah, no, he's not scoring anymore." Like I like taking on the challenge.
So you just talked about it when you're winning and everything's going good, man. Like everything around you is cool. How much pride do you take, and what do you do? How do you impact the game when your shot isn't falling, when things aren't going for you, when things aren't going right for you?
Oh, when things are going for me, I just have to go back and focus on the little things like talking, making sure I'm in the right defensive assignment, like making sure I'm where I need to be. Small other small things like just keeping the energy alive, keeping it up, just making sure the team morale isn't poor.
You play, you're listed as a combo guard at 6'2", but you're a team first guy. You like to get your teammates involved. So with that 3.1 to 3.1 turnover ratio, which is like one of the best indicators of that, what like why do you value possessions and making those winning plays? What's your decision making process when you are getting to run the offense at the point?
I just know that the most important thing is not giving the other team a chance to score. So that would be me not turning the ball over. So even if I throw a bad pass and it's a deflection out of bounds, that's better than me getting ripped and the other team gets to go score because we get to set up our defense and have a better chance to stop them.
A lot of players describe themselves as a combo guard, and a lot of people are up in the air about that position. Are you not a point? Are you a shooting guard? What do you actually bring to the team? So you describe yourself or listed as a combo guard that can do a little bit of everything. Like, can you describe your game? Describe your game there for us.
Um, so my game, honestly, I'd say I've excelled at like shooting most of my life. So I don't want to go away from the shooter title, like because I am a shooter, but I'm also a playmaker. I can create my own shot at any time I get to a mid range. I can get to the rim and kick out 2 feet penetration. Um, yeah, and I'm always gonna make the right play. So yeah, that's my game right there.
So, your opinion, what makes a player a great point guard or floor general in your opinion?
When he can set up the defense, hold people accountable, get everybody involved, and without taking away shots for himself, like with still being aggressive, so the defense can't just not focus on him.
So pretty much you're just an extension of the coach on the bench out on the floor, just
Yes.
making sure everything's right, pace of the game, tempo, holding your teammates accountable, trying to motivate them, just keep them in a positive row, right? So you were talking
Yeah.
about your shooting and your offense. Shooting your offense. You shot 30, a little over 37% from the three this past season, and you're continuing to develop on that side of the ball. How much confidence that does that give you? Going that you're a reliable 3-point threat.
It gives me all the confidence in the world, to be honest. Just to know that I can hit that shot consistently at a high clip. That's a big trait or asset to have, in my opinion.
So you have shown the ability to play off the ball, or on and off the ball. How important do you think being versatile doing that is in today's game?
That's really big, to be honest, because you never want to be one dimensional. You never want to give the defense a chance to think, oh, yeah, we got him because he can only do this. Well, no, I can also do this. So it's a really big part of my game.
What areas of your offensive game do you think have grown the most over this last year?
Just getting to my spots and limited dribbles, learning how to play with limited dribbles, and getting the most effective shot. Definitely my 1 to 2 dribble pull up. That's excelled like 100%.
So, what part of your game are you really focused on improving before you go back wherever you land this year?
Definitely handling the ball for longer amounts of time. Because I've adapted to being without the ball for
Mhm.
long periods of time. So just getting back into the fold of having the ball for longer, extensive times.
So, let's talk a little bit about your work ethic and your development. You've been described as self-driven. You're very coachable, mentally tough, and a gym rat. Where does your work ethic come from?
I just don't want to be. I just don't want to have any regrets. Like when it's all said and done, like I want to be able to say, yeah, I gave it all I got. And I got after it every single day. Like I want to be able to say that, and I
So,
will.
your training regimen's 4 days a week. I think his name is Kai Wells. Is that correct?
Yes.
So 4 days a week. What's a typical week of training? Would look like that for you and him.
You mean like what do we do?
Yeah, like what do you guys focus on? You train 4 days a week. Do you work on the same things all 4 days, or is it something different?
Oh yes, yeah, it's the same thing. Like every single time we get in ball handling, definitely focus on changing paces, or pace in general, like the whole workout, and shooting while tired, making shots while tired. That's the general focus.
One thing you spoke about is improving your ball handling and your overall control of the game. How much emphasis are you putting on that area of your game during training, or before you go back wherever you transfer to?
It's a big emphasis on that. Working on that every time I see the ball. To be honest, just working on my ball control more than my ball handle. Like not being able to get ripped, not being able to get the ball taken easily, and just having a strong handle.
What about your strength training and your conditioning? What are you doing for that?
As of right now, I'm on a arm leg day split. I go and with one rest day, so it's just emphasis on core and chest, so I could take body ups, arms, of course, and I gotta have the legs for explosion. So yeah.
So, you're in the transfer. You're trying to transfer out of Pearl River Community College, which is a JUCO. What you're still available, and you're looking for the right opportunity. What has the process been for you in the transfer portal? What's it been like for a player like you?
I'd say when I first announced that I had my release from Pro River, like it was a lot of coaches like following me on Twitter, like hitting me, like texting me. Then it kind of like cooled down, and now we're just at the point where it's like just playing it by ear. So yeah, like that's where we're at right now.
So, as a player, how do you decipher which coaches are serious about bringing you into their program and just ones that are, filling out? You're just filling you out.
Usually I would have said like the ones that text me the most, but it's the ones that go check my background, actually watch like my full games of film and just like ask me questions like about my game and like how can I improve. So yeah, like the coaches like that.
I know we spoke earlier about, or we were on the phone. I spoke to you about, the relationships and how recruiting is built in on that. So, being able to look at your background and know who you are as a person, that's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to have you on is so, the coaches could see you and, hear you talk about your game. You have I think you're going to have an upcoming visit with Cleveland State maybe next week on the 2nd. How excited are you about that opportunity?
Oh, I'm really excited. I'm excited to get in there, possibly work out with those guys, showcase my talent, especially in front of the head coach. Uh, get a feel for the culture, get a feel for the vibe of the program. Yeah, really excited.
So, what type of program and coaching staff are you looking for at your next destination?
I want a staff that's willing to take their time with me, invest in me, trust me and my decisions, but will also giving me good criticism on the other hand, like telling me what I can do to get better, pushing me, not necessarily to work hard because you should have that already, but pushing me to work better.
How do you handle the constructive criticism? Does it really motivate you? Do you take it? Do you like let it soak in? Does it take you a little while to like process that and go to work? Or are you just one of those guys that's like, let's get it? Like, do you have to process what they're telling you and then think about it?
I process it for a small amount of time. And once I get it, yeah, like it's up from there. Like I go, I get after it, and it feels really good when you get it right. Like really good.
So, what does a college program and coaching staff? What are they going to get when they bring in Laz Mason into the locker room?
They're gonna get a guy with good morale, a guy that the players are gonna have strong chemistry with, a guy that's gonna be in the gym every single day, a guy that you're not gonna have to tell to get in the gym, a guy that's gonna work on his own, not gonna cheat himself. Yeah, that's a big thing right there.
So one of the biggest thing about recruiting that I tell a lot of my players is your academics and your character. You currently have a 3.7 GPA, and which shows discipline beyond the game of basketball. How important is academics to you?
Oh, academics comes first. Academics is is like insanely important. Like you can't do anything without that. Like, you can't even get on the floor without academics. So I definitely hold that in a high regard.
How would your former teammates and coaches describe you off the court?
Honestly,
Okay.
off the court, they probably say I'm a goofball. Uh, definitely somebody that laughs a lot, like likes jokes. Um, yeah, just good energy.
So what values are the most important to you as a person, not a basketball player, just as a person?
Definitely having good energy, uh, having good character, a good sense of personality, being kind to others.
So let's talk a little bit about your goals. What are your goals for the next chapter of your basketball career?
Well, wherever I land, the goal is to hoop there, have a good season. Then eventually, I definitely want to play at the Division 1 level, and then from there, I want to become a pro, and I 100% think that that can happen.
Of course, what are you looking to develop this year at a program? Are you looking to, go into that leader role at the point, like your decision making? What are you mainly trying to develop to get to that point of playing professionally?
I'm definitely trying to become more of a leader, especially vocally, um, on the basketball court. Because off the court, I've definitely seen traits of myself being a leader. Like I know I can do it on the court. like through the whole game, I want to be vocal, like at all times. That's like a big thing for me.
Where do you hope your game will be at a year from now?
A year from now, I want to say that I want to be very poised. I want to have a way more mature game, more consistent of a shooter, stronger drive, stronger defender, just a way better player.
So you still haven't assigned or committed anywhere. So that has to be mentally challenging in itself. What motivates you every day to just keep going, keep pushing, and stay on the grind?
I look at the stories of the people that say went undrafted that like never gave up, never quit, or like the pros that are still playing like overseas that like just never gave up. Because to be honest, like you can get wherever you want in this basketball life as long as you just don't give up.
That's a great attitude. Just a little bit of fun, man. Some rapid fire questions. Who's your favorite NBA player?
As of right now, I'd say Peyton Pritchard. Honestly,
Who?
Peyton Pritchard,
Oh yeah. So what about your favorite college basketball team program?
UCLA right now.
UCLA.
Yes,
Now this is a good one. The hardest or the toughest player that you've ever faced in your career?
Stephon Castle.
Stephon Castle. What's your favorite basketball memory?
Going to the NBA Finals, Cavs Warriors, in 2017, Game 5, definitely.
So when did Laz Mason the second? When did it finally click for you that basketball could be a thing for you?
Around 10th grade, honestly.
Your favorite shoe to hoop in?
And to Kyrie ones.
What about your favorite pregame meal?
Salmon, rice, broccoli.
Nice. So let's hit your playlist for a second. What's on your pregame playlist? What's your faves?
Drake, NBA Youngboy, Michael Jackson.
So the new Drake album that just dropped on the 15th, you like that one? Iceman, you
It's
like
all
that
right.
one?
Yeah. I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
What's your dream school visit?
Kentucky,
Nice. One word to describe your game.
poised.
Poised. Well, man, coaches, but before we let you go, what is your message? What do you want to tell coaches that are checking you out, looking at your film, or just messaging? What would you like to say to them, if they're watching this interview?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
For the coaches that are watching this, what's your message to them, the ones that are recruiting you, going to take a look at you? What's your message to them?
I'm a dog. I'm gonna get after it.
All right, that was Pearl River Community College transfer guard Laz Mason, 6'2" combo guard, Georgia State champion, got a 3.7 GPA, and probably one of the most underrated guards in the transfer portal. Shot over 37% behind the 3-point line. And the most outstanding thing is a 3.1 turnover ratio, man. That's great. And you proved that you can stretch the floor, make those smart decisions, and impact winning. He's a high IQ guard who brings defensive toughness, wants to be a leader and put the team first. He has that great mindset and the program values. So, man, if you're looking for a dependable backcourt guy that's looking to defend, facilitate, can shoot the rock, and positively impact the culture in your locker room, hit up Laz Mason. You can hit up me at Pure Prospects over on any social media platform. Last, how would coaches reach out to you right now? Social media, email. Can you drop your tags for them, maybe your email, so they can connect
Uh,
with you?
yes. Uh, anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's a Laz on Instagram and X. Can you shoot us your email real quick? All right, he's dropped it. It's a Laz on Instagram and X. And guys, a reminder that he's still available. He's scheduled a possible visit with Cleveland State JUCO on the second to work with Coach Cole
Coleman.
Coleman. and just to have that opportunity. Its email is lazmason300 at gmail. And for recruiting exposure, player management, graphics, articles, scouting coverage, and podcasts, you can follow Pure Prospects on Instagram and X at pure underscore prospects. We're also over on Facebook, here on Substack. You can follow us. We're powered by Blue Chips Global. You can follow them at Blue Chips Global on X as well as Instagram. Subscribe to them. YouTube, we have player spotlight interviews, exclusive content. Also, on June the 13th in Morgantown, West Virginia, we have the interstate shootout. We have had a lot of college coaches that will be in the building. If you're interested in bringing your high school team down, you can email me at pure.prospects2015 at gmail.com or shoot us a message anywhere on social media. I'm Cody Thomas. This has been the Pure Prospects podcast powered by Blue Chips Global. Laz, man, thank you so much for coming on. I'll connect with you here later and just let me know if you need anything, my guy.
Of course, definitely. I appreciate you.